Good luck, Jet.
It's off angle. You see a lot of Jet players on Abyss playing. Just to try and catch that contact early on, and he sees it, signs of life, but he can't escape.
Can't dash.
Bloody hell, suppressed by the knife, so he actually couldn't dash in and away. There's a dart's going to be used nice and early. Kru not committing past that point, just waiting it out and walking back up.
Wait a second, they're holding it.
Quick to respond, takes up that space once more, but as he swings out, he's not expecting again Kru to be in these spots. It's disjointed.
You can only play one box.
Individualistic at its core, and drx, not enough for them to really win out this map. It's going to have to hit some shots and
wait,
land
this is
them.
still very winnable for drx.
The moment has made it, that 2 versus 2 onto this pistol round. They need this win, they need it now.
Oh, he's so low. It has to be all MCA.
Single digits to a lot of them, Mako.
Nice.
A distraction necessary and enough for Flashback to just respond from the side.
Kru did a decent job of getting into
Massive
position,
defense pistol.
and they read the fact that drx wanted to go for a flood. But once they planted safe back here, there was no exit. They were just stuck. It was nice patience.
Launching down towards mid.
That is a classic way that drx have been playing this map. They've been trying to get massive value out of the op, and on rounds
just
where they
orb
don't
farm,
have it,
just
they'll
fine.
set up some kind of like flash and dash play, aggressive out of B or aggressive through mid. Watch out,
this guy's
for
just gonna be.
start of rounds. Watch out for
Jesus.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah. If you're not awake after that, you will be.
A sec.
This guy is ridiculous, isn't it? He's playing the Omen as well. I mean, a lot to make out from this Kru comp.
So he has actually played Omen once before, weirdly. You don't ask me when. I've no idea. I was just looking at the stats and, all right, okay, apparently he's
Luna knows how to fucking open doors, man. What am I supposed to do about that?
Very experienced, Kesnet on the Omen.
Of course. Yep. To be expected.
He knows all the tech, like buy a sheriff and kill them in round 2.
Yeah.
Tens loves that one.
With the mid player taken out, though, Buzz gone.
I mean, having KO here is pretty OP. Cypher's also rotating up. Omen has paranoia.
Melzer.
They should still be able to hold the site.
At least he will be able to separate out most of this site. Foxy9 wants to play close now.
Oh my god.
Letting them
I
even
get spammed.
into the side here in front of the Cove. It's very heads
oh
up, but he's gonna
no,
be
not even one.
Outlaw into the hands, flashback into the secondary.
Oh my, no, surely not.
Shot. Still, Mako is here, waiting to receive. They're all going down to the classic right clicks. It's a disaster right now for drx.
Wait.
They'd won the Pisco there. You're playing into the people with classics in hand. It's just, it's a fine decision on a rifle round, bad decision on an anti-eco, I think. MTA's already got null command online, but it's Heat's ability to get out of here unscathed.
Good trade.
Yeah.
Good trade.
More important because he's just
now they're not going to run into A.
To recover this.
Oh, they were already running back to B.
Still shying away from the
I don't know he's to left.
The one player slipped past him though, and including that rifle picked up at least the guns, but flash back off to the side.
Wow.
And as well,
we're not going to let him get the gun.
Straight to the dome, but lots of players ready to receive, and it will be.
And they recover the guns.
At least from drx into that round, just a little bit of damage, but again the guns. Being
lost in LA, or LA, yeah, I know. It's fucking embarrassing.
Coming into the event.
Now that's crazy.
I've got the opposite of the Midas touch because so far I'm not predicting any team correctly or player. But Buzz needs to get value, and his opping has been consistent in the past. This time, though, the wall rips its way across, and as well with these doors broken, drx are watching it with a cross.
It's a lot of mid control.
The other extremities as a result. Asks a lot of them.
Buzz can shore up the B extremity, so it's only really A that you're worried about. But once things go silent, now you're concerned that Kru are grouping up and about to hit into, you know, Buzz with a drone to push him off the angle or hit into A. Mako's going to be confident enough to jiggle.
The fact that this guy has this here, they can at any point split either side
right now, but all throughout, they're having to.
And the fact that this door isn't broken, he doesn't have to worry about it at all. Or is it broken? I can't tell. It might be.
drx still feel like A is safe, and that's exactly.
Wow, is he gonna Omen flash this?
Straight after that 0 point. It's perfect calling from Melzer.
Exactly, and Kesnet's still inserted as well, which means Foxy9 has to have his eyes directed into a different location. Mako
or is he
the sole recipient of all of this aggression and smoke. Just lay it down nice and early and sprays it away and will play for his life. But the door's going to be broken. Still trying to take this fight offset with the movement. It's nice by Flashback. He does answer straight back into it. Drone. It's going to be used, pressing forward.
Good fucking hold.
An isolated res up adjustment, transferring with the rifles, and now no time. Not available here for Kru.
Well played.
They will be dropping and falling. 2 for 2 now in terms of the rounds. drx Better beginning than Haven, at least.
Do you think PRX can get grouped? Not if I...
Only ever been a single player to make sure and give them information.
What the fuck is this one
that's
way?
a hard read.
Hard read, hard anti-strat.
DRX have been playing a ton of Abyss.
Yeah.
If you wanted to look at any team in the world, I think DRX, I don't have the numbers to hand, but I think DRX have played it the most. It feels like they opt into it a lot.
When his knife comes back and he's able to knife this...
So they're comfortable there, but it also means...
Oh, they're chilling. They can easily rotate B.
And
Oh yeah, they just know it's B.
Like this position from Buzz. I'm surprised he's still
He's got a drone mid, he clears all of mid. They know it's B. I'm surprised these two are rotated.
Anybody to break the drone? No. It's him himself who has to commit to this, and a lot of utils going to be sent flying forwards. Kru.
You might be fucked, brother.
In fact, they want to be the ones to draw that blood up and the bound. This quick scoping, Buzz is able to find the one, and there's no return of that fire, no trade in sight, still alive and kicking. And finally the reinforcements flooding back in and around, but the bullets running out. Buzz, how the hell are you still alive here? Dash, back online, Shorty in his hands, Foxy9 finally there with him. Over the shoulder, leaving it just down to Shy Bullet.
Are we gonna kill him or not?
Buzz, the miracle worker.
Finally challenged on B, finally delivered towards mid. So he's found that success on the west side of the map. Now looks to see if he can bring the sniper rifle to the middle. I don't think he's really going to get the angles here against the Harbor.
No, double smokes. Very difficult to get yourself.
Kind of annoying with that smoke to take mid control.
Despite that fact, though, DRX are up in terms of the economy. It's not Kru
MTA
down.
does have all of A main though. They love doing this, like inserting this omen inside the doorway. I think that's what they're trying to do again.
Until broken with the cam, taken care of.
Nice and bold from Buzz, getting himself back onto these angles. So much better re-clear of mid this round.
We saw David?
But look,
Really?
it's still going to be a split.
Yeah,
Buzz could
split.
definitely ruin this.
There's no way.
About whether or not Buzz can even spot this one out, but again, high tide.
Smoke, great smoke actually.
Its way across. Kru calling for that pause. Oh
Good
my,
spot,
okay, that is scary stuff. Pushing back and through. Flashback
Wait.
takes the timing pass, but it's watched for. Traded out and around. Hunter's Fury up through heaven. That's a connection onto the two, but they weren't anticipating.
Honestly, not a bad idea.
Ulting
Ulting heaven to split that?
It's down to just
Not a
heat.
terrible idea.
Last one left in through A main, but the spike is dropped down. Unobtainable. With only 25 seconds to work with. Running short of basically any sort of win cons. He'll contact most of the way, but a discipline of DRX here. It's just watching every approach. Bane catches it. I know where Heat is. Only 8 seconds left. This is a round win for DRX, just about how they play it.
Damn.
And Heat will look to do any sort of damage, not that it's going to matter too much. At this point, DRX are perfectly happy. Economy is booming, it's flourishing, they're safe anti-strat.
Yeah. At the same time, though, DRX are really good there, so very solid team on bind.
Yeah.
Kru are putting such an emphasis on the middle of the map, trying to get value out of this Harbor.
5-man hits are not bad, especially the B site. It's not bad. It's not bad on this map.
But it's not like Kru have been able to exploit that by exploding into sites.
Yeah, they have been dragging, as you mentioned, players to watch it, even potentially going for a contact re-clear.
This is wild.
Foxy9 is alone when he sees this one.
Oh,
Only
it's
one
unlucky.
player
He dropped off.
Jumping, hopping
I
around.
get out either way.
The fact that there was no punish should be a tell in itself. Is that solo player flash peek as well, Kesnit. Might see a bit of an overheat as well. He's still got plenty more util where that comes from.
Okay, they are, I think, gonna go B.
Calling for that pause and a different angle for Buzz, but still the same value. This guy has got that consistency.
I mean, you shouldn't be dying as a solo there.
And considering the dart just to get that info, but he spotted one player before the smoke was up, so he knows that there's at least some presence into this mid angle. Again, they've called for that reinforcement. Buzz, though, smoked off now. In for the wall, he's going to hit his
Again, they're
footsteps
abusing
right past
mid.
him. Wilted away. And there aren't really enough
I
discipline in
think
terms
they're
of the way
only
Kru
really
playing
abusing
this
mid
one,
because they have this
potentially
Harbor
able to battle their way
Omen,
through
so
regardless
they
with
think
that
they're gonna.
brute
These
force.
splits are not it.
Chaos, the
I'm sorry.
spike is just isolated, picked up by Kesnit. TP's back and away again. Anchoring players, not expecting it.
Nice fucking
Flashback.
spray transfer.
That's nasty.
These splits are not it. They need to start hitting side-out duelists.
Setting up a decent amount.
True,
Kru going for that
but at the
1-1-3.
very least,
This
you
is
can take
really
control of this
risky.
area
But
and then
Bane
chill
comes
here
out
for
on
a
top
second.
anyway. He
And
was in
then
no man's land.
and then hit the site
And
once
no
you get up
position
here
to get a kill either,
with the
yet
comp they
still
currently have.
Comes up with it. A nasty adjustment.
Termi was worried about the firepower diff, but I think with the performances we've seen in these last few rounds from the DRX players, not something to be concerned about. Actually,
yeah, I mean,
also the flood
they're
defending
cooked
from Kru that Termi wasn't given enough credit to be honest, in that coach's interview, which will.
This is the best call.
Impact in this game once the side swap.
This is legit the best call.
Moment.
This guy is in an island with a no health. Jet can get to here in time, but he'll be smoked.
It's good against an Oppa, but Buzz dodged it last time.
Yeah, drone's going to be used at least to, again, circumvent that position. But Flashback is caught.
I think Flashback is fucked.
And as well, that golden beam of
this
light
Silva
up
ult's
and
huge,
over. Flashback is forced to
His
make
get
that
is
play.
one.
Pushing forwards is traded. Hunter's Fury used to try and help them out. Buzz as well, he tried to get back into the action. He's dropped as a result of it. Now the plant position isn't the best here. Playing to the side of Cliff.
Is the video quality bad?
A lot of bodies to try and hold on to side control.
As it gets, guys.
That does leave an opening for DRX. They've saved some util. It's in their back pocket.
I think it's just on their end.
The dart and a paranoia. MTA in the off angle. Needs to be that trade. Shy. He joins up, links it all the way through. Bane.
No way, right, guys? No way, right?
The last two players are. But now, wrapping around once more. Slowly as you go. But a real difficult round to win. Set up here, Shy taking that first one.
They just went
Knows it's a player tucked. Again, the off angle will not save you, but again, time is of the essence, and it's starting
Shy
to tick away out of the grasp of Bane. Win cons diminishing, and with, yeah, I mean, that's gone with a circle, just shrinking. And Shy wins it out regardless of the kill at the end.
Oh, they're doing the flash and dash play.
Wait a second, this is good.
Control early on into the cloud burst,
it's mid. Too many places to hide for Kru.
I mean, he hands it over towards that weaponry.
Way too many places to hide.
Mako committing an ult into spawn at the same time. And he's going to be paying the price for that. So the slow play, I mean, you really have to overextend yourselves as a defender to try and fight over that B main angle. As you saw, and it ends up meaning that DRX was stretched a little bit too thin.
And I firmly believe this is an attack-sided map.
Because they were worried about the null command that MTA's just popped. You don't want to allow Kru to get into position and just exec on you with this ult. So they tried to disrupt the game plan. Fortunately, doesn't quite work for them. Can they recover here?
Yeah, they're right back into it. Flashback, though, backs away. Just only
There's
with one
no
kill. He
way,
wants to
right?
play for his life. And he knows it. At least with the teammates who are arriving, but not expecting that Melts has already crept up onto that deeper angle. Shy, finally with the plan, there's no chance in hell MTA is getting a res online, so he's going to be dropped just post-mortem. Bane, high ground, angle, reset.
Oh my
At least
God.
enough to get the two. And Flashback dropped down into that 1v2.
Double peaks are perfect there from Kru.
Can't overcome it.
Yeah, I think it's an attack-sided map. I think sight hits are way too easy, so you're forced to flood. But when you're flooding, the angles aren't in your favor, really. You can only go to one spot.
Make it very difficult for DRX to win the round.
Which makes it easy for attack sides to know where you're flooding from. There's only one real choke point.
Dying in spawn. That is such a bizarre one.
Since Heaven can be held from like 3 different spots.
Push came out B.
So,
like you said, to Omen ult into spawn. that's an interesting idea.
DRX has 5. That's great. I think DRX can get one more. They're chilling.
From trying to hard anchor sites.
Has to get broken here. Glide its way forwards.
Now they know where the op is, so they can avoid it.
Watered away from the angle. He'd
That's
love
good.
to be
It's good play.
on top of it, but
And Kru walk away from Buzz.
yeah.
The player with
Because
the
it's
op
had
who's
mid
been
the
ruining
entire
our
time.
chances of getting into sight. So
5-man
they're
execing
going
A
the other
here
way,
is
actually.
strong as shit.
Completely
This guy's
different
gonna
angle.
Sova drone to see if the op is still here.
He's
So maybe they
looking to really
might.
invest the drone here to fake as if it could be over towards B. But the team's grouping up on A. Look how weak the A site is right now. Only Mako.
Oh my God, B is the best call.
DRX aware of that though. The drone
Because
is
this
much
guy
better
heard
than
this
B
guy
main.
drone B.
55
Obviously the
seconds.
op isn't here.
Call a cancel, but
So
without
this
the
guy
map
should
is
call a
nice.
cancel and go B.
Just onto the one.
Only one. And now,
Yeah,
as the drone comes out from heat,
no, they're still hitting A.
surely they don't group up A on defense.
It could be false confidence for DRX. They do have the crossfire. Mako, paranoia. They know he's isolated onto that corner, spamming away into the one-way. MTA.
I cannot believe
They are trying to fight this one
that the
down.
Sova
The
didn't
power
call to
of
go
Mako.
back B.
He's just swinging
I
into this
cannot
one,
believe
really
that after
barely.
hearing that drone.
Util left 4 and Buzz happy to oblige and take part into the action and fight. And up through mid as well. Everyone dealt with, everyone accounted for. A flawless round for DRX.
You seem to know a lot while looking at the map. Well, if I'm the Sova and I hear the drone mid-round cleared all of B, it tells me that the op probably isn't there, and if he is there, he's the only one there, and they're going to overstack A.
Heading into this.
Yeah, it's been kru consistently on that back foot. A lot of players tagged, at least the 2 as well. kru still just trying
this
to
one way. They
force
just
their way
keep
past
challenging
this
the one way.
But rivals in hands.
Why?
DRX will
What's the
hold this
point of
one.
this?
You're not going to be favored there. There's no util to set up DRX into any sort of advantage. Or at least kru, I should say.
I think that's a spot where kru should probably be investing smokes. Seems weird to smoke off your own avenue, but just to take a little bit of
They're
control.
rage
That's
peeking.
a headshot, knocks Bane down weak.
DRX
Could there still be danger in the 3v5?
Yeah, you don't want to let this one slip, do you? But seems like they're
Yeah, they're just giving
grabbing
up free
necessary
kills.
across the map. Not sure how that one came about here, but Cove makes it difficult. Flashback's already way ahead of it in a distraction play. Bane.
All right, DRX has
capitalizes.
more than enough rounds.
This is a much better beginning. As
More
we
than
already
enough
mentioned in
rounds
the
to
prior round
play.
with DRX on this map here. It's flawless.
I'm calling it right now. Chat.
You know, was feeling rattled from this team.
I don't think DRX loses another round. I think this is legit about to be 13.
Got to imagine they're going to use it here on one of the sites.
Careful.
Battle towards this main angle. No one dealt with the dart.
Fuck?
What a play from
Yeah.
DRX!
What the fuck
That
is
is
that?
absolutely lovely. Reminiscent of what teams will sometimes do in that Ascent A main play.
Yeah, they are
DRX
rage
have
peeking, I
taken
swear.
all of the sting out of this round. The Reckoning down instantly. The teleport up recon so that you can
That's why
get
you love
kills
Silva?
through your smoke.
I think this is the
Buzz
second game I've
falls.
seen where that dart pings a lot.
been
I
able
think
to
the
find
first game was Heretics
kills like
yesterday.
this in the 3v5
Rian's kept
spots.
pinging like 4 people.
Normally the damage has already been done too early.
Is that dart like unbreakable
DRX
or something? I don't
usually
understand.
tempered enough that when these sides get pressured, especially over towards B, doesn't matter.
I mean, they're full retake
Get
anyway.
a kill, back away.
I will shit if they run into either
Overextending their
of
hands
these
here.
trips.
Flashbacks gets that acknowledgement. Cage, you're going to be
Oh, they're not running into them.
put back up here.
They already got
Shot
one
darts,
trip.
removing most of
Above
the
under?
trips.
Above under? Play under me?
Knife darting through the back as
fine.
well. Needs to be broken.
Play under me, play under me.
To walk their way back up, but again, all the noise is being made. And
Oh, what a
DRX
flash.
should know
What
this
a
one.
flash.
Adjustment, flashback, he was blind as
That's
a bat.
unlucky.
It still manages to come up with the one before the trade.
Oh, he's
on
going
line.
A above.
Kesnit.
Oh, no,
Just
he's
an
getting
pick
it.
up
Never
the
mind.
spike. It was out into
I
the
thought he had
middle of
bomb.
nowhere. A tap with 22 seconds left, but you've got to start to commit into this. And again, ice cold by DRX. Happy to slow it down, and now the full commit by Kesnit. Paranoia makes his way
GG.
across,
This game's
leads it
over.
just down to the one.
kru isn't
Kesnit
gonna get another
backs
round.
himself away. He's hoping that he'll be able to get that easy fight.
Really?
Singular
We're not double
in
peeking
action.
that.
Does isolate just the one onto Foxy 9.
Oh,
Still
God.
1v2 to overcome. Smoke up into the one way, but one for their own here. Jumping around, a tap. There's the danger zone. Kesnit in potentially a bit of trouble. The dart pushes
Oh,
him
he's
back
gonna
and away,
spam.
and enough for Bane to just get that half. Sticking and grabs
Alright,
it.
I was right. Okay, running ad real quick. And then give me a second.
For Bane. Feels more like a read that DRX would be heading in this direction on the pistol. It leaves B extremely weak. And what we saw from kru was success with flood retaking. You can't flood defend if you're not close to the site that's being hit. This map is enormous. If DRX went for a B exec right now, kru would still be migrating.
Yeah.
The Great Western Push.
It is. It's massive. Rotation timings are a big problem for a lot of teams. There's a kill trip.
Don't do
right
X,
down,
two-
even though
two
there's a
X.
heaven smoke, but by walking all the way up, DRX able to navigate it easily enough. Going for the plant down. It's a good plant spot too. Committed
true?
into the boxes. It's very strong into the post plant. You can allow most of DRX now to retreat into the main angle.
kru are trying to retake here with no flashes.
And they're just trying to make a go of it. They've already made their way in through
Oh,
the side.
massive
Watching that
kill
one,
by
Flashback
Shy.
gets taken care of. In through mids and a peek by Foxy 9.
Why is it
It's not
lagging?
at all.
Is it
Buzz
because of that
trying to
2x?
At least even out the odds of the fight as we take. And again, doesn't adjust in time up through that heaven spot. And now Melter sticking at the fuse, spamming into the angle, but
Oh my God, he's
defending
defusing.
against most of these bullets. Half is earned. Another smoke. Blues and Blossoms. Kesnit with the kill, and adjustment again. Flick of the wrist, tapping away with the guns, and it has to be reclaiming it. Bane back it up and running into it. Oh,
I was correct.
my goodness.
How do I go? Do I just do normal?
That's
It's
four
normal.
from him.
It's normal.
And a pistol round once more garnered for this team.
Oh.
kru are still putting a really heavy emphasis over towards A. 4 players beginning on that side of the map. Feels like VOD prep to me.
I ain't going to YouTube
Potentially
anytime
spraying for the slower on
soon.
Rico.
Alternatively, they might be very confident in their B retakes, which less confident in A.
I cannot defend
Be a way to
that.
play the map.
I am also pretty sure that this exact thing has happened before. That That exact thing has happened before.
It's a gamble stack, of course, and drx are going to be handed.
We have been in this situation before, and I've asked that exact same question and done that same thing before.
We're seeing Mako's calling. Be very cautious, though. Doesn't want to run into any of these stacks. Foxy flashes. Looking to see if he can get some info.
Might hand over a gun if he's not careful.
I don't like this. You normally want to be sending Flashback to do that because he's the one with the ghost.
30 seconds left.
You've just prime delivered them a bulldog.
Yes. And it's not ideal despite that. I mean, drx, they have an open site, still planting for Cliff. I'm going for something potentially.
Wait, they're playing on.
But
Camera, I must wait a moment.
Kru now grouping up, ready.
They're playing fully on?
Make a good go of it. The cam was saved just for a rainy day, and that was now. So they get that information that there's 2 players from drx out through into the back. Got to wait for these.
I mean, he still has a paranoia, I guess, for the heaven.
We'll see if there's any danger very soon here for Kru.
Used it.
Drone used, time already running short here, but that Bulldog finding value. It's up to these site anchoring players. Mako trying to reposition up and around, and again, Keznit a tap onto it. No way, you can't let this. You squandered an opportunity, not again. Keznit sticking, half everybody's fallen, but the time is on their side. Kru with a thrifty win.
What are we fucking doing?
Now, I don't want to point to the fact that there was a bulldog for the retake.
Into A to get info instead of the Cypher with a ghost.
The rifle rounds might be very worrying here.
Keznit is not one to back away from a fight and a challenge. He's trying to get that back up again by MTA, overextending and overcommitting.
Wait, MTA got mad. Keznit was getting all the kills.
Like he was the most
and then he peeked and died.
In the world, there was only 3 there. Could not be more surprised to see extra players. It was like, what, I haven't aced already?
That's literally what happens when Sam is getting kills on ecos. I peek, I die.
Still surviving here. Drone spotting the last 2.
Literally the same thing every time.
Over to Guardian. Flashback's already dropped though, so very little chances of this now as well. Foxy9 will be shortly following suit.
But honestly, to be fair, KO should be getting those kills and not the Omen.
See Daisy, now we have to stop them from defusing.
And yeah, just looks like a lot of exec util. Everything being combined.
This guy's just fucked.
Concatenated.
You
Shido
cannot hold this site!
To the side there, thought he was safe at least into
Listen
his
to me,
cage.
if there's one thing you take out of this stream,
options
understand playing in this bomb site is not possible.
It's going to go down, and it is a better plan at that. So drx holding their positions now. The flank from Keznit will have to find value.
Don't try to be a hero. You will not hold that
the
site.
initial trip. Drone in and through, spotted. Buzz out, tagged up.
It is impossible for drx to lose this game.
But that's being heard
this
by
map.
Flashback, and he deals with the flank. Pesky problem of Keznit dealt with now. Flashing through the back as well, and bullets to follow through off the back of it. Hunter's Fury forced to be used.
The only team
that one out, so
in the current VCT circuit that could lose this map is NRG.
Now got to do the most, but with the rifle in his hand, just not enough to get over that barrier. Still heat, adjustment, snappy, tapping away. Can't quite get it. The easy kill. Time was never on his side.
That is it.
Tragedy or a comedy, depending on which side of the table
it's
you
fine, guys. A win's a round, win is a round. Same strat.
To figure out a setup like that if you run it the same way every time.
Paranoia to come on position there. It's going to be catching most of this one and draft. Oh my god, just dashing into the face of it. Yeah.
So when I say you can't hold this bomb site, why don't people listen?
There's only a few positions he can play. Flashback. Looking up through mid, there's supposed to be that instant response from Kru as well. Ults are being committed with the no command sweeping through, but he's missed the chance to strike from behind.
Patience!
Yeah, it's not being played just in that moment here, but MTA dropped down to his knees.
Yeah, pick him up. For sure. Yep, that guy's gonna live.
Did get that plan a little bit prior. As there, tap onto the spike, forcing out most of
the
util. Smokes to play with util on top of it. Nades rebounding, echoing pass. Flashback stepping up to the challenge. Right past most of this fight. Meltzer not able to stick this one. Sprayed and spammed down onto that angle. Heat trying to get tricky with it again. Pushing and forcing the issue, but Buzz, the timing is impeccable. Dart reveals Keznit is alone and not enough to overcome.
And the round that may decide the map goes the way of drx. The setups.
But they chose to play their eco round like their Twitch chat. That's not on me.
2 players there on the B side of the map ready to support. This is finally them
threatening
mid-control.
Yeah, which we thought they were going to do.
We thought they were going to do tons of this. This is the first round where we've really seen it. Is
Can
it too
coaches
little,
talk
too
during
late?
tech pauses? No.
There's bullets flying past.
No talk. No
Melzer.
talking.
It's his teammates trying to
No
make it feel
talking
like
during
there
tech
is
pause.
still obviously presence at the
Pausa
top of the site.
técnica.
There's nobody that's lurked up. Trust me, guys. Melzer's not pushed up in the spot. Difficult one. Ult committed. That's an interesting one, yeah. I mean, Maka's right through this, and the timing taken right past them here. And this is going to be a squeeze and a pinch into these A anchoring players.
It's over.
MTA
It's over. Everyone type
straight
GG
to
right
the floor
fucking
here.
now. I swear to God, you're getting done.
To again push them back. Heat will be able to get at least some value from that with Mako falling. Flashback holding off angle. Claims the kill onto Melzer. drx to kill feed that is
It's
filled
GG.
up with red, at least for now. Kesnit traded.
It has been GG. I
all the
told you
options
guys
that
they would win out. There was a
available.
misunderstanding on the eco round.
Moved shortly after
That
here
is not
for
on me.
Kru.
They should have won out.
Not able to hold
This
their
is an
ground for that
extremely
one.
attack-sided map if you
Brutal.
just
I mean,
keep
look at the
fucking abusing
webcam
bomb
for Heat.
sites.
Yeah,
And stop
It
doing
looks
this
like
middle
he's
shit
got
that
a
Kru
leg
is
issue
doing.
Again. That is a brutal one. A tilter.
Why did they
too,
get fucked map?
because
One gorgeous
damage already
defense
done in
side
the round.
from
Listen, I don't work for Compops, but
from Kru Haven.
the rules, as I understand them, are
and
that
not
you're
enough
gonna
abusing
replay a
B
round like
on
that.
DRX's side.
Damage done.
He was also in a 1v3, so from our outside perspective, very unlikely for that to be
Did he get
a
his
winning
game crashed?
scenario for him. It looked like DRX
Did not move it.
To go over towards A. It's a slow wait, seeing if the knife gets used, but the timing of it is awkward, so it is going to catch most of them here. Pushing them back and away.
He
They want
said
nothing to do with A now.
me
that they
not
showed at least
putting an
presence towards
Asian
that area of the
team
map. Maybe that was always part of the game.
on my
He's
pick'ems
pushing up.
isn't because I'm
First time we've
racist.
seen
It's because
Shai
I think they're
aggressive
shit.
on defense over here.
Yeah, might be able to at least get a kill.
Who else
They're
could get away with that?
about to be taken while mid is being pushed.
Flashback's going to miss that.
Yeah. Back and around. It's a real awkward one.
This doesn't mean we aren't gonna cancel You
Down
Count
for
Your
the
Days
ropes. There it
Grandpa
is.
Yinsu.
Flashback
You're literally
strikes,
older
and
than me.
with Shai down, so goes the setup over towards B. So no command not even necessary.
But how old
He's
is
really
Yinsu?
just done enough. It's two removed. Heat.
And I swear to God, if anyone in
running his
chat
wee
says
little legs
never
there as
ask a
fast as
woman her
humanly
age,
possible, but at
suck
this
my
point,
dick.
It's weakening out the defenders. Player spotted out over towards the A side. There is time still available, and with all this space gained and pushed up, vacuumed up here. Flashback even with that third. It's cracked open a side and essentially won them the map with
And
that.
it's over.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't
Another
curtains
perfect
already for
prediction.
Kru, that lurk play and those kills have
Predicción
certainly
el
driven
perfecto.
the dagger into the heart.
Yeah.
Kesnet and MTA looking to pick up the pieces, and it's a 4K, possibly on
Have
for
some
the ace
respect.
here as well. Can MTA
Ah,
shut it down?
Nice
or
try,
are
NRG.
DRX going to be thrown into bind?
MTA.
God damn it, guys.
Flashbacks on 5L, running his way around. No ace today. But it is inevitable. MTA just
Who am I, chat?
making us all wait for a little bit. He's going to give it a good go, but already, look at the angles to account for here. I mean, Buzz has already just taken up this position into Spawn Blade Storm right behind him. Let's knives out. He's behind him. He's toying, yeah, he's toying with him. He's walking up right behind him. Oh, no, 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 no. It's like a horror movie.
GG.
But 13 to 6 for the finish. Map
Perfect
3
prediction.
bind,
Running out.
Ready and waiting.
Yeah, I mean, what did we think was gonna happen when we tried to hold the B bomb site?